2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Milwaukee Bucks as they go up against the Spurs out in San Antonio. Well, for San Antonio, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball, looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. With the new year getting ramped up, teams just getting into the swing of things. Kenny, some major storylines already brewing. What are you seeing out there?
Well, you know, the rosters aren't coming together yet, and it's still early. It's still tough to figure it out. But then there's a lot of teams that's just off the radar right now, but they've been impressive. So I think that it's too early to tell. You know, too early to tell to give those ELNs.
You're going to give me an answer.
I can't give you these ELNs, these Ernie-like numbers yet. It's too early.
Well, I see emerging young guns. You know, I see a couple veterans now hitting the wall, physically getting up there in age. But I got to agree with Kenny, Ernie. It's too early to tell.
Jeez, I'm sorry I asked. Time to tip it off. Here's Kevin Harlan.
You asked too early.
Is yours, is mine. Hey, look at the time. My God. So precious. Is yours, is mine.
It's home to the Alamo and the Spurs, San Antonio, Texas, as we bring you an interconference rivalry here at the AT&T Center. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Have strong defenses. Clark, what's it like to play in a grind-it-out type game?
Well, nothing comes easy, and you know you're in for a physical battle. So you've got to have a high level of concentration and physicality because you know nothing's going to be easy. Rebounding becomes much more important, too, because through rebounding, sometimes you can get some of those extra easy possessions.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Irving is out there with Thornwell. Then it's Matt Barnes. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Markkanen in at the 4 slot.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that.
On defense, the Spurs, they come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And the story of that game was their terrific rhythm on the offensive end.
Yeah, I thought they were terrific at getting the ball moving. Played so well together that night. Really shared the ball. And
here's Crawford. What a tremendous game he played against the Clippers. They set the screen. Fires for 3. And Ball gets it to go on the assist by Crawford. And that's now 9 points for Lonzo Ball. A loss to the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
Yeah, their last outing was a rough one. Have to be careful of falling in love with that 3.
And you know what, Greg? You can't afford to be a one-function offense. You know what I mean? You've got to be versatile. You got to spread it out and mix it up inside, too.
Here's Crawford. It's deflected.
And that's evidence that Markkanen is working on his defense, and it's critical that he does so. And blocks like this show he's making good strides. That's good offense. The shot didn't go down, but they'll live with that.
Crawford drives in. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Bucks trail by 3. Guys are looking for a spark here. In the corner, it's Ginobili. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
One of the things Ginobili does really well is finish through contact. In fact,
7 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
Lonzo Ball, once he catches fire, he can heat up in a hurry. It's tough to throw him off his game.
We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
Death mentally doesn't work either. You give them a clear picture of what's demanded, show care, understand what makes them tick. If that doesn't get through, you get rid of it. Kevin?
And the military background of Popovich plays a part in this way of thinking, David. It's why the Spurs have been so successful for so many years. On the free throw, no good. And we know just how important a player who can catch it. Grant at the elbow. From downtown, Nwaba gets the bucket. Nwaba's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside, and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
There's the dish to Cauley Stein. Stolen by Grant. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. And the dunk by Grant.
Well, I like the fact that Grant is a guy who plays both sides of the floor at a high level, always keeping his hands moving on defense, and as a result, he comes up with a number of steals.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing a screen. Ball dishes to Cauley Stein. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Guys, he has been a major factor, big time, outstanding at getting quality looks and knocking them down.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Guys, I think free throw shooting, and Steve, you can speak to this, is all about rhythm and confidence, and he hasn't been able to establish any rhythm there this season.
On the free throw, no good.
And, you know, so often we hear about a player coming out as an elite athlete. Lonzo Ball is an elite basketball brain. I mean, this guy sees everything on the court, a terrific passer.
Knocked away. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Zubac. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed.
For David Nwaba. Picked by Pachulia. 6 to shoot. Crawford outside. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists tonight.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the front.
Crawford kicks to Simmons. To the inside. And he jams it with authority.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Bucks.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Oubre's checked in for the Spurs. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Kyrie Irving's checked in for DeJounte Murray. Irving passes to Adams. The 10-footer. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. He's got 12. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of...
Here's the screen. Back to Barnes. Now here's Markkanen. Guarded closer. And it's in there. And now it's a 3-point Bucks lead.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that.
Successful 3 times. Got a piece of it. And they get it back. Irving for 3. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Yeah, good box out. Keeps him shielded off and then draws the over-the-back call.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. A big night so far for Steven Adams. He had 12 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 assist. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. Shaq, let's get your take on Milwaukee.
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the boards, and that's a product of their hard work. All 5 guys been battling, putting everything they have to fight on the glass. That needs to remain the focus for 2 more quarters if they want to hang on to that lead.
Kenny, how do you think San Antonio played?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
Time-lapse view of the Friendship Torch and all the activity around it as we take you back here to downtown San Antonio. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. We're seeing a tremendous game from Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, and sometimes you find your...
Milwaukee leading by 7.
Bucks. I mean, a lot of teams have followed this trend, and the Bucks, they went from plan to action very quickly with that.
On the court for the Bucks, they've got Matt Barnes. Steven Adams is out there with Markin outside Irving. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Irving's got the lead up to 8 now for Milwaukee. Irving. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Ben Simmons. The Bucks have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
And so Irving nails both of them. And Clark, you've seen so many college and NBA games.
Run momentarily. Let's see what he comes up with now, Greg.
Nogueira, he's checked in for the Spurs. Hernan Gomez comes in for Ben Simmons. And then for Milwaukee, Zubac is checked in for Markkanen, and it's DeJounte Murray in for Irving.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now, here's Ball. He's covered by Murray. They need this. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And a pretty unorthodox slingshot shooting form for Lonzo Ball. Greg brings it up on the left side of his face.
Yeah, but he's still got great balance, and the lower body mechanics are perfect. Good wrist action on the follow through. Sometimes we get caught up so much in the motion to get to the shot. It's about the release point. And when you get there with this guy and the confidence with which he plays, I think it's a non-issue.
Always got to keep an eye on the ball. No pun intended. He's a guy that can
rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Here's Cauley Stein, and Grant sends it back. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession.
Falling out of the picture in early February, but then came on strong to snag a playoff spot in the East.
And Grant sends it back. Here's the 3. And again, Milwaukee with the triple. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Milwaukee.
Not only strong as ammonia down there, he's smart as Einstein, too. Poor effort from the defense.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle.
Execution. They seem to just move in concert and stay connected. No silly fouls. And with their length, nothing easy inside.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. 1:06 left in the third quarter. The dish to Simmons. And Grant sends it back. And they're pushing it up for the finish. And the dunk by Grant.
And Grant really embraces contact, relishes it, as a matter of fact. He has no fear going to the rim or going into a shot.
The mark. Bucks leading by 20. Markkanen passes to Grant. He feeds it to Irving. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Irving's got 11 points in the quarter.
You're putting on some kind of show here
by 18.
Tonight.
Barnes kicks to Markkanen. Up and in on the layup.
And Markkanen is a low down inside close to the bucket. When he's got nice positioning, he's really comfortable inside.
Simmons on the wing. He's covered by Irving. And then Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills.
And a screen. Ingles kicks to Simmons. Shoots over Markkanen. And Ben Simmons again. Simmons got 6 in the quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today. But he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Irving for 3. It's good. Out of that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
And since halftime, he has been
see us eliminate the human element of officiating.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Crawford left side. From the arc. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line. and he's good on the first of 3. Clark, when you played, you were the classic power forward. Forwards now are asked to do so much in terms of skill set on the floor. Just how much has that forward position changed in the last few decades?
You know, in some ways, Kevin, it's become a little more specialized. I mean, you have wing players now that fall into that small forward category. But guys between 6'6" and 6'10" now are playing on the wing, which means you've got to be able to move your feet and defend. Versatile players at that position. You've got to be able to handle the ball and make plays ideally. Positions are the most demanding in the league in terms of both sides of the ball. The power forward position has become somewhat like that now because of the size and versatility and skill set of so many of those bigger players. But I think the demands find the range here in the second. He did a great job in the first, hitting 3 from outside.
Irving from long range drills the three-pointer. Irving's got 26.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Outside, Simmons. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high.
Milwaukee with a fresh 24.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here. Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter.
I'm actually of the mindset now that you should be allowed to leave right out of high school if you so choose. But if you do go to college, I would like there be a rule in place that there's a commitment.
Here's Kennard, and Adams sends it back.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Bucks.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point.
Here's Whitehead. He's covered by Murray. Shot clock at 6. Shot from 12. And he overshot that one, missing. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Kyrie, big numbers for you tonight, and I always wonder what it's like to be in a zone like that offensively.
It was amazing. More importantly, we got the win, and I couldn't have done it without my teammates. They did a heck of a job of competing every single minute of this game. It took everybody's effort from our bench. It took a 15-man effort, and I'm glad we got the win.
15 men, but one man was the difference. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.